Hi guys, welcome to TechNizz, where we're dedicated to constantly bringing you evolving tech gadgets that are being manufactured by the creative minds out there to make life a little easier for you. Surviving has never been more easier than now. In today's video, I'll be showing you 10 of the survival gadgets that can literally save your life. Of course, we saved the best for last, so make sure you watch till the end of the video. Starting off with number 10, Zippo hand warmer. There's nothing like a heated chunk of metal in your pocket to keep you warm this winter. The Zippo hand warmer has a platinum catalyzed glass fiber burner that produces up to 10 times the heat of a standard hand warmer. Sounds like a nice compact option for individuals suffering from poor circulation in frigid climates. If you can figure out how to turn it on properly, you'll look like a complete boss. There are two types of hand warmer. When the 6-hour hand warmer is loaded with fuel and the plastic cup is filled to the bottom line, it will heat for up to 6 hours. The case is the same with the 12-hour hand warmer when loaded with fuel, and the plastic cup filled to the top will heat for 12 hours. You may also fill the plastic cup all the way to the bottom, and it will keep you warm for up to 6 hours. Depending on a variety of conditions, it may remain lighted for a little shorter or longer period of time. Before storing the hand warmer, make sure it's cold to the touch. Trust me, you don't want burnt skin while going on a trip. Dakota line's Ghost Rider versatile snares. Oh well, that's a long name for a gadget. This thing is fast and tough. The Dakota line Ghost Rider versatile snare is effective on various animals, from coons to coyotes. The US Special Forces will teach someone how to survive by teaching how squirrels, rabbits, and other small animals can be made a meal. All you need to know in the woods is how to read the ground surrounding you and detect locations where small animals are likely to move. Then place a few small basic traps about the area and wait for the traps to trigger. If you bait these traps, you'll have a better chance of not just catching an animal, but also catching it quickly. Well, snare placement may be a crucial impact on whether or not you capture anything. Your ability to determine where to install snares is dependent on understanding and practicing fundamental trapping abilities for catching small wildlife. Baiting traps with typical game feeds like nuts, seeds, and berries might help you catch more effectively. Leatherman 1 hand tool. A multi-tool should not be thought of as a knife with several different attachments. If you truly want a survival knife, purchase one that isn't part of a multi-tool, a straight-edged, fixed knife that is significantly more trustworthy in critical situations than one that folds away. However, this does not imply that multi-tools aren't valuable. They take up very little room in your backpack and can give you several benefits while coping with the niggles and frustrations of camping life. This Leatherman multi-tool makes dealing with annoyances much easier by allowing one-handed use of all 16 capabilities on the survival gadget. This industry-first tool includes spring-loaded pliers and wire cutters to prevent hand fatigue while changing and readjusting your grip. This one-handed powerhouse of a tool includes a life-saving strap cutter and oxygen bottle wrench, threading for common-sized cleaning rods, and much more. It's also quite easy to recognize each tool by the impressions left on the handle, indicating that this is one of the most useful multi-tools available, which is why you brought the survival gadget in the first place. Sun Rocket Sunlight. Boiling water with just sunlight may appear impossible at first glance. Well, guess what? Sun Rocket Sunlight literally enables you to boil water using simply the heat of the sun. The Sun Rocket can heat water in as little as 30 minutes. It stays that way for hours after being heated. The Sun Rocket will heat water even if there's a light cloud cover or haze. Although it may take longer, depending on the climate, it might take longer to heat or boil water, namely how much direct sunshine is available. Place the Sun Rocket in direct sunlight for the best results in capturing solar radiation. Not only may this be useful for your cooking and drinking requirements, but it could also be used as an important feature of any first aid bag, sterilizing water for use in treating injuries. It's also not as pricey as you may assume. A brilliant survival device that might make or save your life. Next on the list is a tool that you'll need while embarking on an expedition in order to avoid getting lost. Yeah, you guessed it right, a compass. With numerous store-bought compasses frequently malfunctioning, including polarity difficulties, you need a compass you can rely on. Kamanga Model 27CS Lensatic compass serves this purpose. Well, you have to learn how to properly care for a compass, safeguard its polarity, and utilize it in the outdoors. Navigation using a compass is a skill taught in Special Forces survival training and local surviving schools in most places, along with fire and water procurement and shelter building. To assure precise readings, the compass has a magnifying glass, a sight wire, and dial increments in degrees and mils. The copper induction damping method uses no liquids to slow the spinning of the magnet. With an aluminum frame and watertight housing, this is a long-lasting product. I'm pretty sure you've heard about Lifestraw personal water filter. If not, the Lifestraw portable water filter provides you with safe, clean water wherever you go. The Lifestraw is an incredible device that allows you to drink straight from puddles or streams without harm. A microbiological purifying filter is used in this gadget. It's reasonably priced, making it available not only to hardcore campers, but to anybody who desires it. This might be a lifesaver if a true survival crisis arises while hiking, or it could give you some immediate relief from dehydration while on a typical walk. Blue Freedom. Blue Freedom may sound like a title from a comic book, but it's a mini hydropower generator meant to be used almost anywhere there's running water, and is one of the more intriguing eco-tech projects on Kickstarter. The concepts of hydroelectricity are straightforward. To turn a turbine, use the force of flowing water. Ascertain that the turbine movement provides power that can be stored and then used, or stored in batteries and capacitors for later use. Well, in this case, you can carry a hydropower plant in one palm, a friendly-looking disc-like device with a huge fan-based turbine mounted in the center, placing it in running water, such as a river or a stream, and keeping it charged for just 1 hour in a current may produce a 10-hour battery charge for typical mobile devices such as smartphones. Well, I must say that you should not judge a book by its cover. When a natural disaster strikes, you must be prepared. This includes storing food, water, and other basics. However, you probably won't be able to do much about your electricity grid. Sure, a battery might suffice, but the source of energy would ultimately run out. The Biolite camp stove is an ingenious solution that tackles a slew of issues. It's ideal not just for emergency situations, but also for individuals who enjoy camping. At first appearance, it appears to be a standard portable stove. Don't get us wrong, it is. It operates on twigs, pine cones, pellets, and other biomass such as pine needles or leaves, rather than petroleum-based fuel. You might think it's just a camping stove. Well, no, it's also a charger that generates electricity by burning biomass. You'd have to consume hours of fuel for the stove to fully charge your phone, but in a pinch, it might offer that additional spark required to make that critical call. A brilliant survival device, right? The first 24 survival kit. It's shocking how many individuals truly feel the world is about to end. Many individuals are preparing their bunkers or learning how to light a fire with nothing more than a polished can lid, which is where the first 24 survival kit comes in. As you might expect from a tourist product, the tourist judge serves as the kit's anchor, with minor customization by Pro Aim Tactical. It uses a 45 Colt cartridge or a 410 bore shot shell, so it has plenty of punch. The package also contains a Sting survival blade made of 3 inches of carbon steel, a 6-inch LED torch, adhesive emergency lights, a spherical compass, a fire starting kit, and, of course, batteries and a paracord, since every emergency kit needs both. Well, on to the top one of the list, Fire Knife Survival Knife. Some say that you should have a lighter, but even a trusted Zippo may struggle in conditions when a fire still ignites a pile of dry kindling. So, even if you're not exactly roughing it at the campground down the street from your house, you should probably carry this knife with you. The fire knife combines 2 helpful camping gadgets into one. The first tool is a straightforward straight blade that's ideal for all those pesky camping activities like creating fire, cutting rope, stabbing bears, and so on. The handle, on the other hand, is an equally functional device. When you scrape it with the supplied scraping tool, you get brilliant, hot sparks that can readily ignite almost anything. It'll work in the cold, the rain, and pretty much everywhere else, so you can see how this knife may come in useful if you're hiking in the woods. So folks, would you consider buying these gadgets for your next adventure? Share your thoughts or comments in the box below. Thanks for staying till the end of the video. See you next time.